Hello everyone. I welcome you all in this NPTEL online certification course on intelligent and smart building in the context of futuristic architecture. Today's lecture focuses on the history and evolution of intelligent buildings. This discussion will trace how buildings evolved from manually operated mechanical system to highly connected AI driven environments. Understanding this evolution is important because modern smart buildings did not appear suddenly. They are the result of many decades of technological development, economical pressure, and changing user expectations. Throughout the lecture, the discussion will move across different historical phases and identify the major drivers that shape building intelligence over time. In the lecture overview, the lectures are divided into four major segments. The first segment introduces the importance of studying the history of intelligent buildings. It explains why current system can only be understood properly by examining the earlier technologies on which they were built. In the second segment, we discuss the pre-automation era before the 1950s. During this period, buildings relied heavily on mechanical systems and human operators. Through pneumatic controllers, manual thermostats, the early skyscrapers and the role of the human building managers were as to incorporate intelligence in the building. In the third stage, it explains the transition from automation to intelligent buildings between the 1950s and 1990s. This includes electro-pneumatic systems, energy management systems, digital controls, emergence of building automation system, and BAC net. In the fourth segment, titled on modern smart building era, which starts from 21st century onwards, the topics such as IP networking, Internet of Things, cloud analytics, artificial intelligence, and digital twins are covered. Finally, the summary includes the identifying the consistent drivers that pushed building intelligence forward across all the decades. So why we need to study the history, why it matters. Before discussing advanced smart technologies, it is necessary to understand why history matters in this field. Modern building automation systems are layered systems. Each generation of technology was added over earlier systems instead of completely replacing them. Therefore, many buildings today still contains combination of old and new technologies working together. Therefore, to effectively manage what sits on the top, we should understand the foundation of the building automation system. Building automation system of today is the outcome of more than 100 years of gradual development. Every decade introduced a new capabilities in response to economic conditions, technological progress, and social needs. The historical development can broadly be divided into three eras. The first is the pre-automation era before 1950s. The second is the automation era from 1950s to 2000. The third is the intelligence era from 2000 to the present day. Understanding this progress help engineers avoid repeating earlier mistakes related to integration, interoperability, and energy management. Now, the overall framework has been introduced. Let's move into the first historical phase, the pre-automation era. This segment focuses on the period before 1950s. During this time, buildings were dependent primarily on mechanical systems and human intelligence. There were no digital computers, no networked controls, and no automated analytics. Building operations relied heavily on human observations, physical adjustments, and manual coordination. Even though the system was simply compared to modern standards, this period established many of the operational principles that later evolved into automated building settings. We can see the pre-automation before 1950s, the automation between 15 to 1990s, and the intelligence. The pre-automation era, early 20th century buildings relied mainly on pneumatic controllers, manual thermostats, and steam-based heating systems. Pneumatic controllers used air pressure transmitted through pipes to operate dampers and valves. Operators adjusted these systems manually through physical control panels. Then thermostats. Manual thermostat also played an important role. These devices use bimetallic strips to respond to temperature change mechanically. There were no digital processing or electronic communication involved. Then the important milestone was the Honeywell T86 round, which came in 1953. It became one of the first widely adopted residential thermostats and helped standardized expectations for indoor climate control. Therefore, it is called first mass market residential thermostat. Most importantly, the true intelligence of the building at this stage was the building manager, who is the human operator as intelligence. So the building manager was the intelligence of the building. Site rounds, logbooks, and manual overrides constituted the control system. These operators carried out inspections, maintenance, handwritten logbooks, and manual adjustment systems whenever condition changes. Here is the representation of these four things. Early milestone in building control. As the skyscrapers were coming up in the architecture world, those large skyscrapers of the early 20th century demonstrated early form of coordinated building infrastructure. The Empire State Building is a major example. Although it did not contain modern digital intelligence, second stage of building control systems were developed with the development of skyscrapers. The large skyscrapers of early 20th century demonstrated early form of coordinated building infrastructure. Empire State Buildings was a major example. Although it did not contain modern digital intelligence, but it already showed many characteristics of organized building management. Mechanical systems at Empire State Building were centralized within dedicated plant room. Pneumatic mail systems functioned as internal communication and elevators. Operations required coordinated scheduling by dedicated teams. Telephones, switchboard acted as centralized communication systems for building. Steam heating systems also serve thousands of occupants through manual control zones. Therefore, we can say that this period introduced an important lesson. As buildings become larger and more complex, coordination become increasingly necessary. This need for coordination eventually pushed the development of automated systems. Till that era, all the systems were acted independently, but this particular phase arises a need of interconnection or interoperability of these independent systems from automation to the intelligence. So the next generation was the historical phase, which covers the period of 1950 to 1990. This era was shaped by electronics, digital controls, technologies, and the energy related concerns. It also saw the birth of the concept of intelligent building. The development during this period was not sudden. It occurred gradually through improvements in the control systems, communication methods, and computing technologies. Early pneumatic control systems and centralized HVAC control systems after the Second World War II faced the requirement of interoperability. After the Second World War, rapid urban development increased demand for centralized climate control systems in large buildings. Therefore, these electronic pneumatic systems were emerged as a major advancement. In these systems, electrical signals, control pneumatic actuators allowed remote operations of dampers and walls without requiring manual adjustments at every location. Centralized HVAC control rooms also become common. Operators monitor Operators monitored building through large mimic panels, which were representing mechanical systems. And another important development was the introduction of multiplexing systems during 1960. These multiplexers reduces the amount of wiring required in large buildings and represented an early steps towards networking building control. And telephone switching analogy was also developing, and it enables the connection of the different floors of a same building and provide an effective communication. In 1973, oil crisis became one of the most important turning points in the building automation history. The energy crisis increased dramatically, it forcing building owners to focus seriously on energy consumption and operational efficiency. As a result, energy management system or EMS was emerged. These systems introduced automated methods for reducing energy use while maintaining acceptable indoor comfort conditions. Several techniques become common during this period. Duty cycle control switching equipped on or off in programmed intervals. Optimum start and stop systems enables the adjustment of HVAC schedules according to outdoor conditions. Then the demand and control reduces peak electrical load by temporarily shutting down non-essential equipment. Then night setback lowered indoor temperature during unoccupied periods. So this period basically established energy efficiency as a central drivers of building automation. Here we can see that in 1973 we faced oil shortage. As a result, an energy management system has been developed. Then energy management and control system firstly introduced by dedicated building automation system capital. Then is the microprocessor evolution and direct digital control. In 1980s, it was introduced as one of the most significant technological transformation in the building field. The microprocessor based systems replaced earlier analog and the pneumatic approach. Direct digital control, commonly known as DDC, and it became the dominant control method. Digital controllers could now perform PID control functions, these type of systems, using softwares rather than purely mechanical systems. This allowed greater precision and flexibility. Another important milestone occurred in 1986 when the Intelligent Building Institute was founded in Washington, D.C. This organization formally introduced the term intelligent building. By 1989, personal computers also become integrated into building automation operations.
Operators gain access to graphical interfaces,
trained logging, and automated reporting capabilities. We can see the evolution of the systems in this process. In 1980s, we were having first microprocessor building automation system, which was developed with direct digital control stations.
DDC replaces pneumatic systems.
Then in 1986, with the foundation of Intelligent Building Institute, this term intelligent building was introduced. And the personal computer building automation system was introduced in 1989. What defines the intelligent building? The term intelligent building. There were three approaches which defines the term intelligent building. As intelligent building become more common, different organizations have proposed different definitions. The European Intelligent Building Group emphasizes performance and efficient resource management. Therefore, the European group introduced a performance-based definition. The Japanese Intelligent Building Institute focused more on communication system, office automation, and convenience for intelligent activity. Therefore, they introduced a service-based definition. And the Chinese-based definition was introduced on 3 A's. These 3 A's consist of building automation, communication automation, and office automation. So, the Chinese standard introduced an integration between building automation, communication automation, and office automation for optimal integration in the building systems. An important insight highlighted in this slide is that simply installing technology does not automatically make a building intelligent. System must also be properly integrated, configured, and commissioned and maintained.
During 1980s to 90s, a proprietary lock-in and BSC net response were developed.
As building automation system technologies expanded, challenges another major challenges were emerged. Different manufacturers use different communication protocols, making integration difficult. Therefore, buildings become dependent on proprietary systems. Integration often required costly gateways, and owners were forced to maintain tied to single vendors for maintenance and upgradation. To address this problem, BSC Net was introduced by ASHRAE in 1995. BSC Net provided an open communication protocol specifically designed for building automation systems. The protocol standardized how building automation systems equipped and exchange information and supported multiple network types. Over the time, BSC Net became an internationally recognized standard and greatly improved interoperability within the industry. So, these were the problems with the previous building automation systems. As they have no standard communication protocols between manufacturers, therefore, gateway required for integration become expensive and very slow. So the programs log into single vendors for maintenance, which becomes it very tedious. And the building owners unable to mix best two of the products. Now BSC Net Solutions, which was introduced by ASHRAE in 1995, it open data communication protocol design from ground up for building automation systems. It is object-oriented model. It supports multiple LAN type, intranet, ARPANET, etc. and become ISO global standard later and national standard in 30 plus countries. So this is the phase for proprietary locking, and this is an interoperable, cost-effective, future-ready building protocol, which has a characteristics of interoperability, lower integration cost, easier operation and maintenance, and more choice, better buildings. landmark intelligent buildings in 1970 to 90, as several landmark projects demonstrated the practical application of intelligent building concepts during 1970 to 1990. The City Crop Center in New York integrated HVAC, electrical, and elevator system into a centralized operations room. Next, NetWest Tower in London implemented integrated fire detection and security and HVAC systems that is connected to the computerized control. Similarly, in the Hong Kong bank headquarters used advanced environmental monitoring and motorized solar control system in the line of developing intelligent building system. In Canary Wharf, demonstrated that intelligent infrastructure could be planned at the district scale rather than only at an individual building scale. The consistent pattern can be observed here. Now, technologies first appeared in premium commercial projects before gradually spreading to broader market segments. So, we can see the transition, the pattern. Intelligent building features first appear in premium commercial, then towers, then spread to another market segments as a mass production or mass adoption ideas. Now, in the modern smart building era, which begins in 2000, or we can say on the 21st century, this period was characterized by IP networks, IoT devices, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and digital twins with the development of wireless network. So the buildings now evolved from isolated automation system into connected digital environment, which is integrated with the larger information networks. So now the IP networking enters in the building and IP internet changed building automation. Now the building automation system networks converge with IT. Therefore, now they do not need proprietary field buses. The BAC net and IP allowed building automation devices to communicate directly over the IP net. This removed many boundaries between building system and traditional IT infrastructures. Web-based dashboards also become common. Operators could now monitor and control building systems remotely through internet browsers. Data voice, videos, and control systems now increasingly converged onto unfilled internet networks. Buildings also become integrated into enterprise-wide information systems. So we can understand and we can see the evolution of intelligent building through this pyramid in 5 stages. The intelligent building pyramid explains the gradual evolution of building system from isolated operations to full integrated intelligent environment. It shows how increasingly integration improves efficiency, comfort, and overall building performance. At the lower level, systems such as lighting, HVAC, security, and fire safety operated independently. Each system has separate controls and management, with heavy dependency on human operators, as the intelligence in the building is incorporated by the human control. Since there no communication between systems, efficiency remain limited. In the next stage, from 1995 to 2002, the system became integrated with their own functions. For example, HVAC components communicate internally. The security devices operate on common platform. However, different building services still remains isolated from one another. And it is called computer integrated buildings. In the third stage, the third era, which was started from 1990 to 95, in this stage, HVAC, lighting, security, and fire safety begins sharing data. So, this enables coordinated operation and battery energy efficiency. For instance, occupancy sensors can control both lighting and air conditioning simultaneously. So we can say that now the building level integration systems were introduced and similar nature of building operating systems are combined, are integrated together. Further, the advancement leads to the building level integration system, and here all major systems connected through centralized building management system or building automation system. The facility managers can monitor and control operations from single interface, that improving maintenance, comfort, and energy management in the integrated multifunction systems. At a higher level, building become computer integrated and the enterprise network integrated system through IoT, artificial intelligence, cloud technologies, analytics, and digital tools. So now building collect data, learn pattern, and optimize performance automatically. These buildings can adjust lighting, ventilation, and thermal conditions in the real time based on occupancy, weather, and energy demand. Ultimately, fully intelligent building function as dynamic and self-optimizing environment that improve energy efficiency, occupant comfort, sustainability, and operational decision making. Then in 2010, IoT platforms were introduced and the Internet of Things and an enormous increase in building data generation was came into picture. This modern smart buildings can contain tens of thousands of sensors, monitoring temperature, occupancy, air quality, lighting, and energy use. And this new wireless sensor technologies reduces the installation cost and made retrofitting easier as well as the installation very comfortable. The cloud-based analytics performed also emerged for fault detection, benchmarking, and occupancy analysis. At the same time, smartphones changed user expectations. Occupants now increasingly expected real-time notifications, mobile access, and personalized environmental controls. So now these IoT platforms and data collection systems will become very easy with the wireless network sensors. Now these wireless network sensors improve the efficiency of data collections due to their characteristics of no wire installation, and they improve the building analytic platforms also. And with the cloud computing and cloud moving data, now the user is able to get the notification through on their smartphones. It becomes the building operation very friendly, user friendly. Artificial intelligence in the present era, artificial intelligence and digital twin presents the current frontier of intelligent buildings. Digital twins create virtual replicas of physical building using continuous sensor data. These models allow simulation, predictive analysis, and operational optimization. Machine learning systems can detect fault before failure. Adaptive control systems can automatically adjust setting according to the occupancy, weather, and energy pricing conditions. Examples such as Microsoft Campus in Redmond at Singapore. Digital District demonstrate how AI-driven building management is already being implemented at large scale. The major conceptual shift here is the buildings are now longer treated as the major conceptual shift here is that the buildings are no longer treated as static objects. Instead, they are increasingly viewed as dynamic systems capable of learning and adaptation. The COVID-19 pandemic significantly accelerated smart building adoption. Indoor air quality monitoring became a major priority. Sensors measuring CO2, VOC, and particulate matter were rapidly installed in many buildings. Touchless technologies such as mobile access systems, gestures control, and voice interfaces also become more common. Occupancy analytics help manage density limits and flexible workplaces arrangements. Most importantly, HVAC systems begin to be viewed not only as comfort infrastructure but also as a healthy infrastructure. In this slide, we summarizes the major milestone discussed throughout the lecture. The timeline begins with the pneumatic control and steam heating systems in the early 20th century in pre-automated era. It then progressed to the energy management system, DDC, BSC net and IoT platform, AI and digital twins, and the sequence clearly showed the building intelligence developed gradually over approximately 100 years rather than through a single technological breakthrough. After examining the historical development, the lecture show focuses on the key drivers behind building intelligence. It depicts many technological changes. The same major forces repeatedly influenced the evolution of intelligent building across different decades. The three consistent drivers were energy cost, energy crisis, and carbon reduction goals repeatedly pushed innovation in building automation. The second driver is occupant demand. As personal technologies advanced, occupant expectation at higher level of comfort, connectivity, and environmental quality within buildings. And the third driver is the enabling technologies. Buildings continuously adopted technologies that first matured in the industrial or consumer sectors, including electronics, microprocessor, the internet, and IoT and AI things. The S curve of technology adoption in buildings. The new technologies generally appears first in premium commercial projects, then experimentation and investments are possible. After proving successfully, they spread into institutional and mid-market projects. Eventually, they become common within the residential and small commercial buildings. This adoption pattern has repeated consistently across multiple generations of building technologies. So, the final discussion looked towards the future. Several possible drivers may shape the next generation of intelligent buildings. Climate change and net zero requirements will likely increase the demand for advanced energy monitoring and optimization. Generative AI may lead to more autonomous buildings operation with minimal human intervention. Health and wellness concerns may further increase emphasis on indoor environmental quality and personalized environments. Finally, buildings may become increasingly integrated into larger urban scale engineering and information systems. So, this summary, to conclude the lecture, several key points should be remembered. First, the modern intelligent buildings are layered systems built through decades of technological evolution. Secondly, the energy cost, occupant demand, and enabling technologies have consistently driven progress in building automation. Standards such as BAC net played a critical role in enabling interoperability between systems. The S curve of adoption explains how intelligent building technologies spread through the market over time. And most importantly, intelligence depends not only on technology installation but also on proper commissioning, integration, and the maintenance. So, the next era of intelligent building evolving AI, digital twins, and urban scale integration has already begun. So, thank you for your patient learning.